Welcome to our fifth video on the fourth stage, the segment organization. This is all about how you solve what we call the crisis of red tape.
Okay, now you're in the coordination stage. At this stage in your company's development, you're a mature company. You maybe have international operations. You may have relationships, strategic relationships with other companies. And so the challenge becomes coordination. How do I coordinate all these various segments and individuals? Okay. And so you typically, companies then develop what's called the crisis of red tape. We start making rules, processes, procedures. Many of us are familiar with that. You have to go through multiple levels of approval and paperwork, hence the term the crisis of red tape. So the question is, how do I overcome that so I can continue to grow and be successful?
So the clue to how to overcome that is what we call agile organization. We found by looking at similar type organizations that the agile concept or the agile organization concept is the one that provides the best value to handle that crisis of red tape. So it's all about building collaboration capabilities. And I'm using the terminology here from our performance triangle. About purpose, it's about creating meaning such that people understand how to work in teams and what it's all about that needs to get solved. It's building relationships, connecting people, creating knowledge, new knowledge within the organization. It's about cooperation, navigating in ecosystems, on platforms. It's about learning, shifting from traditional to agile. So it kind of combines two shifts that we have talked about before. It's the shift from traditional to people-centric management, plus a shift from a stable to a dynamic context. It's all about developing a capability-based management mode, and it's adopting agile leadership with our scorecard and a distinct toolbox for that stage. So that's essentially what we are suggesting to do once you are in that crisis of red tape and want to get out of it in order to develop collaboration capabilities. So what can you do? Again, as we have mentioned before, assess where you are as an organization. Once you have determined that this is your specific stage, then have a look at your crisis of red tape, have a look at the interferences that keep you from growing further on. And then it's all about building collaboration, platform ecosystems, capabilities as we describe in our book. We have written about that years ago already. One of our books that I can suggest if you want to dig into the depth, which is Agile by Choice. And again, as I've mentioned before, you have available a free tool from our website to assess the stage of your organization and the capabilities that you have currently. So that's maybe a good point to get you started with our new book. And with this, let's summarize kind of all stages and where we go forward from there.
First thing is, it's important to recognize that when we talk about an agile organization, many times people think of agile software development. That's not what we're talking about. It's developing a whole organization that can adapt and change. Now, the grinder model stops at the crisis of question mark. Okay. And the reason for that is as you continue to go, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or next year. Okay. Our belief is if you've gone through these steps, you've solved these crises, and you've implemented these different strategies, practices, and you develop an agile organization, you will be prepared for whatever is going to come in the future, whether it's another pandemic or technological innovations, disruptions. You have the underlying capabilities to be able to adapt and change and continue your growth and success.
So thank you, Herb. Thank you for being with us here for these videos on our new book. The book caters towards leaders. I think as a leader, you'll find many, many ways of how to solve your current organizational issues that you can identify, but it also caters towards organizational development people because it gives them the tools to help organizations to overcome these the hurdles they identify. So it's a bit for the specialists, but it's also for the generalists that are leading organizations every day. And with this, we suggest you just get into the book, and if there is any questions, give us a call or email to us. We are more than happy to have a conversation with you about the transition of organizations. Thank you for being with us, and bye-bye.